You can hear it, right? Everything is fine.
Hello.
And Jonathan.
Hello again.
To have a little chat about Valheim and Ashlands development. This is part 2 of the series, so if you haven't watched the first video already, go and do that first. But now let's get to it. I want to talk a little bit about what we have shown off so far. We've shown some creatures and some parts of the environment, so
Hold on.
how did they all come?
In the first episode, they were walking on the edge of the Ashlands without anything, like the old Ashlands, and this is already interesting. Look at the new structures and like the different environmental items.
And
There's immediately like a giant, I don't know what's like a ruin like temple in the background. Really interesting. Dead trees that look a little bit like, I don't know, like cursed trees. I don't know if they are just like burnt or some kind of witchcraft is there as well.
Jonathan.
Hello again.
To have a little chat about Valheim and Ashlands development. This is
Let's
part
see.
2 of the series, so if you haven't watched the first video already, go and do that first. But now let's get to it. I want to talk a little bit about what we have shown off so far. We've shown some creatures and some parts of the environment.
And I bet this has to be ash, like flying, right? Rather than like snow like effect, but it's more like ash everywhere, I think.
So how did they all come into being?
Which ones? What are we talking about exactly?
What of the creatures that we have shown, do you have a favorite?
Yes. But I want Jonathan to say,
Alright.
talk about your favorite, Jonathan. What is your favorite?
My favorite, I haven't even considered that yet.
Okay, the creatures.
I don't know. I kind of like trash mobs. So I think the Twitchers are quite fun.
Twitches?
They're like on the brink of.
This is, hold on, let me put that on. This is also in like 720. Okay. Twitchers? That's us, guys. We are the Twitchers.
Annoying, but you can still kill enough of them to make them not so annoying after a little while. So yeah.
Hold on, let me see. So this is like a scuffed skelly with a burning heart,
Yeah, to make
shaking
them
and
not so annoying.
stuff. So he says that this is they're like on the brink of annoying, but you can still kill enough. Okay. So
Kill enough of them to
let them cook, right?
Yeah, to make them not so annoying after a little while. So yeah.
What does that mean?
So how did the Twitchers come into being then? Why did we put those in the game?
We, from the start, the charred melee units and archers or marksmen, they were random spawns throughout Ashlands, and it just kind of felt a little bit weird that you were going up against them, and then when you go up against the fortress.
By the way, these skeletons look so much better than the OG skeletons, of course. I like the design here. I think this is kind of badass.
And then when you go up against the fortress time, or the fortress, we call it fortress
Yeah.
time, but it felt weird that you were meeting them again, going up against them again. So we felt like we needed something, some kind of trash mob, a Grey Dwarf. We needed a Grey Dwarf in Ashlands.
Again, what would the Black
Yeah.
Forest do?
Yes.
Did you really needed them? Did you really needed? Did you really needed the Grey Dwarfs? Really needed them, guys. You know me. Oh my god, I love the Grey Dwarfs. They are everything for me. Like genuinely, the amazing creatures. Make more, please, and make them spawn even more often. Please, make them absolutely cooperate with me in like copper mining, my favorite activity, while the genuinely really kind and nice Grey Dwarfs are everywhere and like helping me out. Please. We needed that in the Ashlands. Fantastic. They are just trolling me personally. I feel like, yes, at this point they're just trolling me. Absolutely. I fucking hate them so much. Like, I am not into like killing different like species and stuff ever. Right? But I can make an exception. Absolutely. Holy hell, how much I hate them. Jesus Christ, you can't imagine.
A Grey Dwarf.
But this time, I think Twitchers are insanely more difficult than Grey Dwarfs and more irritating
I love you. Thank you.
than Grey Dwarfs.
I mean, it's like one thing that is really annoying about Grey Dwarves is those little stones, like the rocks that they throw at you. I hate that. Like if they and also the AI is like the super. It like it walks in like these circles, really annoying. So yeah, he says the Twitchers are even more. We are not the Twitchers, are we? We are the Twitchers, apparently. So if they are even more annoying, it means that, I mean, looking at the creature, hold on, looking at this creature with a 202, looking at this creature, he kind of looks dumb. So I guess the AI won't be the sharpest at all. So I'm already afraid. That's awesome. 202, let's go back.
I think that's. I just was gonna say. I think that's why I like them. Like I like games that are like on the brink of irritatingly hard, but you can still manage to learn how to kill them, and then you can overcome the game somehow.
I mean, a certain level of irritation is. I agree with that. That's fine, but like when it becomes like really tedious, right? That's when I'm not on the same page with them, I think. Irritation is fine. It's like it's like really satisfying if you figure out a way to go over it, right? To just like to get around the irritating factor. Like you figure out some ways that is like super fun to do, and it's just like you basically solve the problem. But like Grey Dwarfs are not the ones that you can solve. They will be on your ass constantly.
So one thing that is a little bit different is that you have the Twitcher spawners that they're pretty. There are many of them everywhere. So they're
Twitcher spawners, and these are like rock monuments or like rock, not monuments. What's a good? That's like rock. I don't know, like these totems. I bet you can use your pickaxe to destroy them.
pretty. There are many of them everywhere. So it's a little bit. You have to go forward a little bit slowly and try to get those spawners in order to just cover some ground. But then the added bonus, you get the Morgan. Have we shown the Morgan?
I'm sorry. You know what will happen? Everyone will just rush to the totem, immediately destroy it. Just like how we do it in the Black Forest. Like I think there is not a single living being who is just like standing there, watching the spawner like, alright. I think I'm gonna shoot it from 7,000 miles away. I mean, after a while, in the first playthrough, sure you shoot it, but like, we just run up and like destroy it with an axe, I guess.
We've shown concept art of the Morgan.
Morgan.
Shown. Yes, we have. All right. Good. Awesome. I have no clue what we have shown and what we've not shown. All right. Good.
Yeah, this is like the. What is this? It's like a skeleton spider thingy. Yeah, maybe this will be the big creature in this biome. There's always a big one or two.
Awesome. I have no clue what we have shown and what we've not shown.
So this will be a very spoilery talk, probably.
Probably, maybe.
It's my job to make sure you don't.
Good. Awesome. But my favorite creature is the Morgan. I think that one it's fun to play against. It feels like a mini boss, and
Yeah.
it has some fun.
It's
it
like
has
the
some fun
Seeker Soldier.
mechanics.
or the
It
troll.
hurts a lot as
Can we
well.
mention the thing that happened when we were playtesting the other, like, was it 2 weeks ago in the wall? I think that was like one of the coolest moments we had playtesting for quite a while.
Oh, we could. The thing is that we haven't talked about specifically that creature.
Oh
we
yeah,
haven't
that's true.
shown.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, I know the one, but let's
let's
not
keep it.
mention that, and let's just make this one a very juicy bit of gossip for people to fear.
Yeah. We had fun. That's the important part. So there's a chance that you might have fun if you play Ashlands.
Content warning, fun possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be fun actually. Yeah, super fun. It's a huge spider. I think it definitely looks like a Seeker Soldier. I mean, killing a Seeker Soldier, especially if it's like a 1 or 2 star one, it's almost like a mini boss fight. It's always the case whenever you go to a new biome, like fighting an abomination, fighting a troll for the first time ever. It actually feels like fighting a mini boss, especially if you just like kite for ages and like just like shoot it. In the first playthrough, killing a troll that's such an achievement. So I bet it is somewhat similar to that.
Fun has
Also,
been confirmed.
The fun line, if you just go past it, you get to the frustration line. So there's a fine line between fun and frustration in Ashlands. Hopefully it's going to be on the fun side.
Ashlands puts the fun in frustration. No.
Yes.
That's not how it's spelled.
Frustration.
But I think the Valkyrie is another. The Fallen Valkyrie is something we've been talking about since way
Yeah,
back.
you mentioned in the last episode that it did not turn out the way it was gonna be originally, that it's gone through a lot of iterations to finally feel good.
It's gone through so many stages.
I mean, the Valkyries, like this is a fallen Valkyrie, so we kind of know the size now, right? So this will be kind of huge, actually. Again, the path they're walking on is fascinating me. Is it supposed to be the game-generated road? I don't think it's a game-generated road. Let me see. No, it's not. I think it's just a pavement. Yeah. That it's just they created that. I don't think they're. I mean, considering that there are fortresses, you might be right. Actually, it would make sense, right, to have some kind of roads between the fortresses. I don't know what kind of lore they will come up with, right? So it kind of makes sense.
Spelled.
So I don't know.
But I think
So Valkyrie.
we've been talking about since way
Yeah,
back.
you mentioned in the last episode that it did not turn out the way it was gonna be originally, that it's gone through a lot of iterations to finally feel good.
It's gone through so many stages, but it's at a stage where I feel that it's really good.
Oh my god, it is really good. Look at how good this looks. Wow. Amazing.
At a stage where I feel that it's really good. It has a purpose, and it has a place in.
I love it.
In the roster of enemies. Many times when we're creating all these enemies, you have to sit down and think about what kind of position or kind of role they play together, because many times you'll get all these creatures joining up and trying to get you, and I feel like we've found how the Fallen Valkyrie is supposed to be. There was one moment there where we were actually going to just delete it.
Yeah, and visually, I think it looks so much. But I mean, it really just like the past week or so has made some.
I mean, if this is the final form, oh god, this, and it's fun to fight against, or like there is some kind of special use to it. Oh my god, this is easily my favorite creature so far by simply the design, by looking at the design.
Some really nice additions.
Or based on the design, I mean.
I think
Yeah,
people are
the
gonna
VFX
like it.
for that one is a real game changer.
Yeah, Andreas agrees.
Oh, God.
No,
I'm sorry, I want to see it again. I'm sorry. And we'll come back to it.
Good.
Holy fuck. I love that black cloud around it with the sparkles. With the glowing purple eyes. Fallen Valkyrie. This is brilliant. It looks almost like a Grim Reaper in a way. Amazing.
It
Yeah, like-
has a purpose, and it has a.
With all the effects everywhere, by the way, guys, prepare your PCs.
Together. And I
Right.
feel like we've found how the Fallen Valkyrie is supposed to be. There was one moment there where we were actually gonna just delete it.
Yeah, and visually, I think it looks so much. But I mean, it really just like the past week or so, it made some really nice additions to how it looks. I think
Yeah,
people are
the
gonna
VFX
like it.
for that one is a real game changer.
Yeah, Andreas agrees.
Oh, God.
No, he doesn't. But that's fine. Yeah.
But that's some creatures, but we also have the rest of the environment, like why
Yeah,
does
yeah,
the
show us
Ashlands,
that. We saw some pictures with lava, with like lava waterfalls in a way. I think we saw. Yeah, no,
Wait,
shut up.
guys.
Let's see.
We have the weather, the locations, the buildings. Is there anything there
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want
yeah.
to talk a little bit about?
Show us the fortresses, please. A little bit more of that.
I think Ashlands could have been so much, and I think if you look at how it looked back in before it became what it is now. The big difference is that it's a lot more ash. It's not called the Lava Lands. It's not called Volcano Country. So you have to play with a little bit with the name and try to find it, like the identity of it. But I think we're at a stage where it feels good. I think it's a very versatile biome, but it all depends on where you are in Ashlands, I guess.
One thing I really genuinely hope won't happen is I hope the learning curve, or like not the learning curve, but like the new things won't be, or the step in the progression won't be as steep as it was in the Mistlands, because with the Mistlands came a lot of different stuff that you had to learn, like a lot of new upgrades, a lot of new magic, all sorts of different stuff. I hope they add new stuff as well, as always, right? But it's just, I think it would be better for the game if there were a little bit less new items or fewer new items, but those would be like really, really interesting and cool to use. That's just my opinion. It's just, I feel like from the plains, which is relatively empty in my opinion at this point, I hope they will add something to the plains, because I kind of feel like the mountains is kind of fine now. All the other biomes, earlier biomes, are amazing, but like the plains is kind of empty, and from the plains is just such a giant step in the Mistlands. Like so many new things that you have to learn and you have to adapt and you have to understand. And I think in order for the game to not get exhausting, like to not get like tiresome to learn even more new things, it would be, it's just my opinion, to tune it a little bit down, to make it like impactful yet like limited in a way. We're going to need to build a castle just to hold all the workbenches and upgrades. Yeah, definitely. And that would be awesome. Hey, please make us build castles. I am also I am all for it. I would love that. I want to build giant king castles just to protect myself. I don't want any trenches everywhere, right? I want the castles, and I want to get raided in the meadows, especially after clearing the Ashlands. But we are running way ahead now.
But it wasn't easy trying to find or get to where it is right now.
Okay.
It's been a difficult road just trying to create everything. We've had so many assets in the game, so many assets that's not being used, many assets that are just been thrown out.
Oh, these like floating islands. Ooh. And it's like the final biome. This looks more like a final biome rather than the Ashlands.
Because it feels redundant, because it feels too much, because it doesn't feel like Valheim.
I think it's been one of those cases where, like, if you say
Nice.
art is never done, only abandoned, I think there's been so many, like, it could have been done like 5 iterations ago, but it's so much better now than it was then. So it seems like every time somebody makes a pass, it's like, oh, we need a little more of this, we need to go over this a bit more. It actually gets a lot better. So I think we've made a lot of progress, and visually it's really been kind of a journey in this case.
I'll be honest, I think the meadows is like, it's just beautiful, very simple, very relaxing. It's perfect the way it is. I also think the same about the Black Forest. I hate the swamp. The swamp is my most hated biome, but I think it's perfect. It's such a good biome, by the way. I am still not very satisfied with the mountains, even though it's kind of okay. I find it kind of polished. The plains is empty, as I said. And talking about the appearance, I think the further we are in the development, the better the biomes look. And it kind of gives me this feeling that the game kind of changes into something else when you go to the Mistlands. That's why I kind of want a bit more adjustments to the plains. Maybe I'm not right about it, but I feel like it's just the game looks so much better in the Mistlands compared to the plains or the previous biomes.
Like going from this is how it's supposed to look and bam, there it is. It's been more like trying a lot of different stuff out, finding finding something that works.
I think like I've said before, we don't really work with art passes on stuff. We work very organically and iteratively when going forward.
Yeah.
So
we can see that.
With that
it's
said,
really original.
We don't actually block out stuff and then do an art pass on it, like level design. And
Plains are quite empty. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, babe Jasmine. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. I think there should be something else. Like now they added the tower, and that's it. I don't know what kind of what else they could add, but I don't know, like little caves somewhere, yeah, or if not caves, because it's like a copy paste from the Black Forest. In that case, something else has to be added. I don't know, something that's like that really shakes it up.
we just do an art pass. Like we try to finish stuff, put it into the game and see if it fits, and try to tweak and work around it and see what needs to stay or not. Just today I was working on a rock platform for the flame metal. Can I talk about the flame metal?
Yeah,
Metal.
people know about flame metal. Flame metal is already
Can I talk about, it's been there for ages now. You can talk about Flame Metal. Please talk about it.
like in the game since before. It's just been not used.
Yeah, so
We can talk about it.
great. So you have to get the flame metal. Can I talk about how you get the flame metal? What can I talk about?
Just go.
I think you can talk a bit about
Should
how
just
to get
censor
the flame
everything.
metal. Yeah.
Let us mine it, please.
One thing that is going to be when we were designing it, we knew we wanted to have lava, and we got lava into the game. What we didn't know is what we were going to put flame metal into the lava, because back in the day it was just these big lava pools, and they were just taking up space. You didn't do anything. You were not engaging the lava in any way. So we threw out the flame metal into the lava. Now it becomes like this little game mechanic how you try to go out and get the lava, get the flame metal, but now we had to do an iterative process again, and then through that we found out that we need these platforms where we spawn the flame metal onto. And just today I've been doing again another pass. I think it's like the 10th pass or something on a different.
Sorry. So it's in the lava. There is this giant formation in the lava. Hold on. Maybe some structures in the plains that tells the story of how the fallings get the black metal. I'll be fine. I would be fine with that. I don't know. Like, but still something else. Something else. Like, look, I would be okay with even like Locke's hordes, right? Just like rushing through certain areas randomly. And you have to run away from them because there are like 15 locks just running through the plains, going from one direction to another because they're changing places, like just like normal animals. Like some kind of dynamics I think would be nice. But this is actually in the lava.
On the
Alright.
flame metal onto. And just today I've been doing again another pass. I think it's like the 10th pass or something on a different platform for the flame metal platforms. But yeah, that's really interesting. Also pretty tedious. It's like trying to find what's right, what works, what doesn't work.
And in the meantime, the Twitchers will constantly attack you. I hope that's the case. And the Twitchers can walk into the lava, but you can't. I can envision this. It's already there. I can feel the frustration.
So you make a platform, you go out, you play test it, and you're like, no, don't like it. You do it again, and you do it again, until you find something that is.
But this is how
Alright.
you're
Well,
supposed to
another
work.
thing that I want to talk about is the siege engines that we
Let's
have
go.
shown a little bit of, and also the fortress time that we've hinted at.
Oh dear.
What is that, and what can you expect?
What
from
can
it?
we expect from that, Robert? What do you say?
So, in the early days, I had this, I had an idea that Ashlands would be all about undead, war, sieges, attacking Ashlands.
Cool, I love it.
And I was having a discussion
See, this is so much more dynamic than the planes, for example.
with Richard, and he was saying, or we were just talking around, and he said something. What about if we have a battering ram? And I was like, wait, can we do that? Are we allowed to? Because so many times it's like some things work in Valheim.
Hold on, let me see the road now, actually. So this is there is this perfect line here. It's not. I don't think it's because it naturally happens. It's just the biomes meet here, I think, or not the biomes. What's it called? What is it called? I forgot. You know, the different blocks meet here, and that's why I just forgot the name. So, but the pattern itself, the pattern of the road is, I think it's the pavement that you can have already with the stone cutter.
Some things shouldn't be put into Valheim. And the siege
Yeah,
engines was
border.
like, what? Oh, you're innovative now. What are you saying? Can we use battering rams? Really? Is that something? How would we do that? And then we started talking about it even more and more. So yeah, now we've got battering rams and catapults.
Oh, that's a fortress on the left, I think. So these are the ruins, but this is actually a fortress here. Hello, Lilin. I am 100% sure that this is a fortress. Or like a ruined fortress. Or not even ruined, who knows. Horses would be amazing. Oh yeah. Or goats. I would definitely love having goats.
In the game where you have to try to siege the
Or
fortresses
not. God damn it.
to get the rewards.
It's a ruined
inside.
building.
And so far, it's been pretty interesting. If you followed us on Twitter, you'd see that.
The visuals are so Dark Souls 3, by the way. I love it so much. Anything that makes you travel faster in this game would be much welcome. I think using logs here is pretty good. Like you can use logs in the plains very freely. That's because of the large open areas. It's really difficult to use the logs in the Mistlands. But look at that. This seems to be this. Yeah, it's like Silithus in WoW. Yeah, true. But logs seems to be very logical here. So, but yeah, definitely. So what I want to see though, I know it's like, it sounds stupid a little bit, but like imagine like PvP, right? Two just like large groups of people build up two castles, and you know, there's a war like on a bigger server. I know it's like 1 to 10 people only, sadly, but like if you rent a server with like a larger community, you can actually do like a Jarl versus another Jarl, you know, like being at war against each other, sieging each other's castles. I think it would be awesome to see something like that. I would dig it so much.
Sometimes we throw out these Playtest Friday maps, I guess.
I love it when developers share their devs. That's my favorite.
Where you can see where we died, or Andreas died a lot. That's a lot from the fortress times.
It's
And
gonna be difficult.
Yeah, I
It's-
think I
bet
playing
it will
in,
be.
Like, I think there's gonna
Imagine
be a lot
doing
of
it
dying
naked.
in Ashlands, I just want to say, and also playing it hardcore. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be surprised if I see anybody when we first see somebody beat the game without dying. That's gonna be crazy. I think if
Hell yeah. Let's go. Is that the challenge? We go for that.
They can manage Ashlands.
Yep. That's it's gonna be fun seeing people die, but I think that I think not that's not really the big highlight. I think, or it's not seeing people die. It's seeing how they die, in what manner. I think.
I mean,
It's
I think
interesting.
we're gonna see people being very creative, like in ways that we didn't imagine. This is how you can actually beat it, like giving them the tools of a few siege machines, and like in addition to everything else that they have, I think that it could be interesting to see how it works out.
You know what people will do? Very easy. They will they will exploit the shit out of the game immediately.
If it works out. At all.
If it works out.
Yeah.
It's been really fun, and to say the least, it's really fun, but it's also a little bit. It is difficult trying to understand how to actually do the siege in a good, proper way. Even when we're running in, like we've got Jonathan, me, Andreas, and Christopher, 4 people trying to take on a fortress. And if you don't have tactics, if you don't have each other's backs, you will die so many times, and they will hunt you. Like we've set up bases outside of the fortresses, and they start sieging us. They'll
How the
come out,
tables may turn.
and he'll be like, "No, go away."
Oh, so it's not even a raid. They will actually siege you if you set a base in the Ashlands. Yes, it looks amazing. Like the fog mixed with the flying ashes. I really genuinely love this environment. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I think on that very cheerful note of being hunted down by the very creatures you were trying to hunt down yourself, we're going to wrap up this episode and continue our chat at a later date. So I want to
This
say
was
thank
cool.
you so much for joining me today, both of you, and let's say goodbye to the audience.
Bye.
Goodbye, audience. Haha.
Goodbye. Thank you very much for the update. This was amazing.
I mean,
Let me see my favorite creature so far. Where is it? Absolute badass.
It has a place.
Absolute beauty. Look at this. Look at this.
It's
Fallen
at a stage
Valkyrie.
where I feel that it's really good.
How the hell does
It
something
has
look so good?
a purpose
Look
and
at
it-
this. And with all the effects in the background, the lightnings, the thunderstorm, and like I don't know, it's amazing. It's just like so good. I love it so much. All right, guys, this was the video. It was pretty good. I'm really happy that they do these updates instead of like being super quiet, because they got so much shit for being quiet previously, and now people can decide whether they want to get informed and learn about the new stuff that's coming into the game, right? And they can still ignore it if they don't want any spoilers. This is basically the best way to inform your audience about the development and have like a healthy relationship. I'm really happy they do this. So great devs, yeah, definitely great devs, creative, chill. Just take your time. This game is amazing. It will be amazing. Just do the way you do. Don't listen to impatient peeps, impatient twitchers. Just do your stuff. You're amazing. I love the game. I love the game so far. Really love it. So that was the video. Thank you guys for watching it together. It was great.